Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Oakland Raiders. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
On first down, Wright got his man complete over the middle. It's Joseph. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Joseph. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wright. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Now Wright to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's the Raiders punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. A look there at how the Raiders will start defensively. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 60 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. They'll run on first down. LeBlanc pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. To throw is right. Looking to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. The starters defensively now for the Seahawks. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
A good pickup there at 22. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Right now, off the play fake. Throw left side complete. That's Joseph. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On first down, Lowry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, Lowry. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd down now, Whitfield, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The play-action fake, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
You see me? You see me?
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Jacobs, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Raiders on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Right. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
70, Indy.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 9 now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Joseph. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. Here's Wright on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Rose. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. 2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will knot us up at 10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now.
You can't rock me. You can't rock me.
Right, operating from the gun. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Right. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Looking to throw. Right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Back to throw. Right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10.
Let's go, baby. Let's
So
go.
we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down now, Lowry, he'll have a 1st down past the 40. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A gain of 32 that time. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Gets past one man. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Now Wright to throw on second down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Wright. From the gun, he'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
Yeah, and it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot defensively. How do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, Whitfield. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. They'll run on first down. Lowry, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. Back to throw here. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
On first down, Lowry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Lowry able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And to give this time to the tailback. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So out come the Raiders. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, what?
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders, and even 50 yards on the ground. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Right. That's complete to his tight end, Paulson. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Here's a 2nd and 7. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, and it's third down. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Right now, operating from the gun. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. Running is Jacobs.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. It's the fullback with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Elsewhere across the league, fourth quarter action in Los Angeles. And it's the Rams extending their lead as they just put more on the board. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. He'll look to throw. Airing it out for Olsen. This is caught inside the 15. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen, it's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive, 4 plays, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Back to throw. Right, going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And, oh, they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position.
Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the face mask certainly helps things as they'll start up past the 30 on 1st down. Now a give, right side. Lowry. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now. Whitfield only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They'll drop the throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Back to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Ready? 30 base. Touchdown. Ready?
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll keep it on the ground. Lowry, and he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite
pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Here's Wright, throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Wright throwing on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
no doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On second down, Whitfield. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Whitfield. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
A fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers coming away victorious there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they do get the victory here in the season finale, but it was altogether a disappointing season as they wind up at 6-10. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 3-13 season. And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around. So for our entire crew, alongside